From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big evening on Evenings LALATE with incredible great details about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In tonight's recording, we go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you under the fourth stimulus recon. But we'll go over all the incredible deliciousness in the second half of this video. Then in the third part, we go over the world exclusive broke a day ago on this channel. Yesterday's Evenings LALATE broke the world exclusive as Bernie Sanders is set to give you a monthly stimulus check. But we'll go over why this is the single biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of his channel and what he's calling upon you, the Purple Power, to do. It's a beautiful night, direct from Santa Monica, and we have all the incredible details as we go into a world exclusive and more details you're going to see for the first time tonight. And it starts this very moment as Evenings LALATE begins. It's a beautiful night here in Santa Monica, California. And as across the country, we're looking upon this fourth stimulus check update of 2021 with the incredible breaking news as Bernie Sanders is set to give you what you have asked for. Of all the incredible details in the final 15 minutes of this video, stay to the very end for the world exclusive. You're only hearing, of course, on LALATE. Then we'll be cutting to that recon. Done deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks coming to the American people under the fourth stimulus recon. Checks of the biggest magnitude and the biggest amount that we've ever seen in the history of this channel. And if you have pounced as a Purple Hawk under the first and second and third stimulus, if you've been a subscriber and member, you're going to do incredibly well in this fourth stimulus recon. Then we go to the incredible details of fifth stimulus and the big money that viewers are getting right this week. Today, it's your day to get this big money. I have all the incredible deliciousness, and it starts right now with Evenings LALATE. And this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America, live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. Coming up next is Overnight's Crypto, and then we go into Street and Stimulus at 7 o'clock, Sirloin at 8 o'clock, Overnight's LALATE at 9, and then Purple at 11:30 tonight. Then I'm back with you tomorrow morning. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. The link is under the video. Also, if you haven't signed up for the incredible LALATE alerts, you need to. Whether it's the eviction moratorium federal ruling in the Supreme Court be announced live on this channel, or the breaking details of the world exclusive delivered last night about Bernie Sanders, it's the LALATE alerts you want to sign up for. It's at news.lalate.com/alerts. Put your name and email address in there. Watch for that confirmation email. Click the confirmed button, and then you are subscribed, totally free, and you can take it on the road with you, always on a smartphone. Let's go over those monthly stimulus checks, House versus Senate, Senate versus House, and what those Democrats want to give you. Warren, Sanders, Wyden, monthly stimulus check, but they don't say the amount. In a letter to the president days ago, AOC, Omar, House, $2,000 a month. In a letter to the president as well. They say the amount, but they don't say how many months, but they do say monthly. Deliciousness. Then we have the House Ways and Means, monthly, fourth, and they're calling for this in the fourth stimulus package, but they don't say how many months, and they don't say the monthly amount. They also say a fifth stimulus check as well. Then we have the American petition, nearly 4 million signatures demanding a monthly stimulus check of $2,000 a month. And yet the one that's captivating a country still remains the House bill, pandemic plus 1 year. That's $1,000 after the first month, which would be at least 12 checks, which would be at least $13,000. I think you have an opinion. House of Senate, tell me where you're tuning in from. And how's the weather? Who gets his fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that if you got a fourth stimulus check, third stimulus check, you'll get a fourth. Single individual, $75,000 less. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 less. Democrats represent, you get one as well. Double it. Family of four. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check, quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Democrats represent, you get get a forced stimulus check. The forced stimulus check is not taxable. It's not income. The forced stimulus check will be the same amount for adult dependents and everyone else. And finally, the forced stimulus check is not a waivable check. So if you're at the beach tonight, because, nights at the beach are beautiful, and you see the check and the check comes up to you and waves, it's not hitting on you. It's not the U.S. check. It's the Euro dollar check. That's why it's so friendly. That's why it's waving. The U.S. check doesn't wave. The Euro check may actually kiss you on two cheeks. Very friendly they are. Tourists overseas. In this forced stimulus update, we're going to go over in the second part of the details of the recon. Done, deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of check is coming to the American people under the forced stimulus recon. But what does this mean for you? I have all the incredible details in the second half of this video. Then we cut to the big details of the world exclusive delivered 24 hours ago on this channel. But I have more about that world exclusive tonight. The incredible push for those monthly stimulus checks between Purple Power and Bernie Sanders. But first, get a pen and paper ready because we're getting some big money across the board, and you're killing it. We're halfway through the week. Well, almost halfway through the week. And it's time to get some money because this money is available for you right now. It's third stimulus, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. It's rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utilities. And I want to introduce you to Johnny. Johnny got $80,000 from this channel last week. He started the week at 0, ended the week at 80,000, and he was one of 3 viewers. The other 2 started the week at 0 and got to 40,000. That's where Johnny was by the middle of the week, but he didn't stop. He got 7 different items, all application-based. He had to pick up the phone and call, and he killed it. Loaded the 7 items he got by calling and applied for. He got SNAP, $12,000. He got EIDL, $10,000. He got the SNAP taxes, $1,800. He got 2 housing. He got $21,000 in one place, and they got $25,000 of rent in another place. Then he got $9,000 for utilities, and then he got $50 a month for internet and telephone. Wonderful. That's 7 places he applied for to get $80,000. So get a pen and paper ready because I'm going to get you money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utilities starting right now. Let's go to the rent the viewers are getting. The Purple Hawks, the Power, the Calcino VIPs, the members of this channel are killing it. They're getting on average about $20,000 of rent, which is just incredible. Let's look at Elizabeth. Wow, $27,000 for rent. Mark, $25,000 for rent. Nancy, $24,000. Richard, $22,000. And when we talk about utilities, oh my goodness, there is Johnny coming in at $9,000. So he's on the high end. When we talk about SNAP, viewers are getting a lot of money for SNAP. SNAP is money for food. How much are they getting? Whammo. Oh my goodness. $18,000 for SNAP viewers are getting from this channel. $10,000. You're going to meet someone in a second who got $19,000, but after the new ruling, it's worth $25,000 annually. Incredible. There's Nancy at 3 items. My goodness, Nancy. God bless you. So Nancy got 3 items. Who else made it to Triple Crown of rent, utilities, and SNAP? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Nancy getting $32,000 for the channel. Nisi, $23,000 for 3 items. And Mark getting $32,000 from 2 items. Who put Mark on my graphic about 3 items? Production? Where are you? I'll tell you what went on. Mark got 2 items at $32,000, but he got on the graphic about 3 items because he eventually got the 3rd. I said, Mark, 5 days on camera to him, go get SNAP because it's a SNAP. Can you hear that? Let's try it again. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There we go. I don't have very snappable fingers. He got SNAP. It's very easy. So within 5 days, Mark got SNAP. Success story number 1. Number 2, within 5 days, he told his neighbor, watch that kid LALATE. He is getting big money from that channel. And the neighbor went from 0 to $20,000 of rent. Oh my goodness. And this is not a rare occurrence. On Saturday, I had a message from Shanann, Purple Hawk of 2 months. I told my friend LALATE about you. She got $21,000. She is now addicted to you, LALATE. Thank you. I'm addiction for me. She got $9,000 for rent, the $5,000 for utilities, and $6,000 for SNAP lifetime. Wow. Annualized. Incredible, great news. Dawn got money over the weekend. Mary got money. Joanne Becken got money. Becken Legan got money with Crayola. Thank you, Crayola. Wow. So what was the 3rd success story from Mark was that he inspired people to get 3 items, and now we have Johnny getting 7 items, and finally Mark got that money for SNAP. How much money did Mark get for SNAP? He got $19,000. Incredible, Mark. Bringing his grand total now to over $50,000, and this is what we do because this is LA, and Lorraine got over $105,000 as well. We've been doing this since day one. In April of last year, I launched this channel to get people big sums of money by picking up the phone and calling. This money's available for you in these stimulus packages. I launched this channel because of the EIDL loan and grant. People had applied for their applications were not getting approved, and they were stuck in what I called the vortex, the 330, the 331, the 48 vortex. One after another, I got applications approved. $25 million of them, saving their homes, their businesses, and their employees' homes. Bombshell. But 2 days later, I helped other viewers get their other sums of money approved. And what was this? It was a very confusing application where you apply on the UI side and must get a rejection before you apply on the other side to get an approval. What would do something like that? It was called PUA. Yeah, it was very confusing the first 24 hours. When it launched on April 28th, I started covering it on April 24th. And I got viewers like Eileen Bellenkamp out of Florida, $15,000. Incredible. And Kevin Lee out of Texas as well. But now we're doing it again because we started this in December 2020 when there was no money on the second stimulus. It wasn't coming. And Tyrone got $15,000 for rent from this channel because I was giving viewers $250,000 for rent, utilities, and food in December. Now we're doing it bigger and bolder than ever before. So let's get the big money for you tonight. It's rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance. Here's some introductory remarks before we get to the money. First, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. So make sure you reach out to all 6. If the first one says no, who cares? One's likely to say no. They have different eligibility. They also have their own pots of money. Number 2, understand there's keywords I'm going to say in this video. Repeat those keywords when you call because it helps get people approved. Number 3, it's important to understand that you need to push and not insert disqualification ideas in your mind. Like they only give money unless. Not true. Finally, every state was given the same amount of money based upon the number of residents of that state. So your state may be smaller, but it was given the same amount of money based upon the residents. So get that money. All right, here you go. Here are the 6 places you're going to reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. 2, your county hall, your county house authority. 4, and your state hall and your state house authority. There are 6. Keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, or mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. And there you go. That's what you do. Not difficult at all. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitch's fan club. Oh, excuse me? You've reached the wrong number. That number's been disconnected for about 20 years. It was an unlisted number initially. But there you go. The next pot of the money is money for SNAP. But if you got rent or utilities, post your success story on live chat right now. SNAP is money for food. You get it from Department of Agriculture, and yes, it's a SNAP. And it's very easy to get it. Its eligibility is easier than a stimulus check. Louis got $18,000 and Mark got $19,000, but Mark's $19,000 is now going to be worth $25,000 annually. Why? I delivered the live details on camera last week when the Department of Agriculture announced that everyone's SNAP benefits are going up an average of 25%, lifetime, automatically, nationwide, starting in October. Yes, incredible, great news. Congratulations to Lynn, Glenn, and Gail who got this money as well. If you got money for SNAP, post in the live chat right now. The next pot of the money is the money coming back from your states due to computer error and overpayment of unemployment benefits. One viewer got $3,000 for this. Another viewer got $5,000. The federal government has ordered the money returned to you and ordered the states to upgrade their computer systems. And ironically, you know what was announced today. Windows 11. Yeah, first upgrade of the Windows platform in nearly 6 years, which the states are really dreading because the federal government said upgrade now to Windows 11. And the states have said, I'm at Windows 10. The federal government says, Windows 1910, you mean, where the computer was made out of stone and you had to turn on the computer with $12 ice cream. Yeah, they don't, gotta upgrade. There you go. The next spot of the money is the refund check coming back from IRS that the state pay taxes on for the unemployment benefits on that 2020 return. Margaret got it, Cod got it, Michael got it. One of you got $1,200, it's usually about a $1,400 refund check. That's what Mark got. But one viewer over the weekend got $2,000. Johnny got $1,800. More about that in a second. But here's a personal message from me to you. If you're in the live chat, post your success story right now for rent, utilities, SNAP you got, any amount you post, because you help people. This channel was launched for me to help people, and you're helping others. 1, you help inspire people, because a lot of people just sort of need that oomph, that push, that inspiration to pick up the phone. It's not so difficult to pick up the phone and call the utility company and say, I need utility assistance because of COVID. Pick up the phone and call. Number 2, we've seen the numbers are going bigger and bolder by the minute, so you're inspiring us by realizing these are bigger numbers. Art Sullivan and Nisi got 3 items, and now we realize, wait a second, I should be getting 3 items. I never thought of that. I shouldn't stop at 1. I should be going to all 3. We have Mark and Lorraine who got over 100,000. Now they inspired us to realize, wait a second, these are big sums of money. We need to go and push across the board. And then finally, we realize that this is money available right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. So Posh's success story. Let's go back to those unemployment benefits. Where are they landing? Direct deposit, otherwise the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov and do a transcript search, and 70% of the time, it'll reveal the refund check you're getting back, and then it'll reveal really when is Mitch going on tour for his new rap album. I did not want to see that. Yeah, I wish the 70% didn't work this time because I did not want to see that. Can we top that? Yes, as we go into the second part of your fourth stimulus check update of 2021, starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. Your $3.5 trillion recon is a done deal. Let's go over all the incredible details starting right now. A recon was passed last Tuesday procedurally, which means there will be a recon. It will be $3.5 trillion, and it will have checks in there for you. It started before that, however. There's 2 types of news reporters to watch. One that reports the story after the house is burning, and another one that tells you that there's a fire coming, be ready of the fire. I report the news before it happens, and that's what I did in July. In July, I told you that there were Democrats, House, Senate, and President meeting to agree to do a recon with a price tag of $3.5 trillion, and that they had agreed to that price tag and agreed to do the recon. It was a done deal at the time. And a lot of people said, really? How do you know that? Because that's what they said. It's a done deal. Meaning that when they call for a vote, it'll be done in a blink of an eye. And that blink of an eye happened was last Tuesday. Many thought that they weren't coming back in town until September. Wrong. That they weren't voting last week. Wrong. That they weren't going to pass it. Wrong. Or that there were 2 senators that are going to hold out. No, this is the House. They already did the Senate. They already approved the Senate the week before. Done. So what is left then? What is left is money, our money. And I'm going to go over that more in the final 15 minutes of this video. But how do we get to the wonderful spot? By taking roads and bridges out of the recon and putting into something called the bipartisan. The bipartisan is infrastructure, not your money. So let's go over how do we get to this wonderful spot? By taking roads and bridges out of the recon and made it smaller. Conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spend from the bipartisan, from the recon, roads and bridges put in the bipartisan, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. But now they're both passed on the Senate side and they're both passed on the House side procedurally. Now, this is why you stay with this channel, because I had reported this in the month of July, that the recon vote was going to be done in a second procedurally. That's why Representative Richie Torres, Democrat New York, and Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota, had said during the negotiations for the price tag, we need to go big. She said we need a recon that goes as big and bold as we want it. And he said we need a larger recon. Well, they got it, $3.5 trillion. And once everyone agreed upon the price tag, but before they started the voting, the president discussed with them to protect his recon, because everything in that recon is checks for the American people. And that's what Jalopal, Democrat progressive, and that is what Brian Schwartz, Democrat Hawaii, had been told to do. Protect the recon because of the progressive priorities in that recon of the White House's priorities. So what's a recon? What is a bipartisan? What is a recon procedural? What is a recon substantive? Let's go over all the incredible details starting right now. Recon procedural. Recon, your money. Bipartisan, not your money. Let's go over everything you need to know starting right now. We have 2 paths we got to do. Recon is your money, also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill. Price tag, $3.5 trillion, also called the Democratic Spending Plan or the Progressive Social Reform Plan. Bipartisan, not your money, also called roads and bridges, also called infrastructure. Well, we started last week with 3 items to do. Congratulations, we are down to 2. The recon procedural, the tow truck, has passed over the finish line. Yes. And now the tow truck is trying to pick up the tow hitch, recon substantive, and drag it over the finish line. What is the difference between recon procedural and recon substantive? Procedural is very simple. It basically says, are we doing this? Yeah, we are doing this. We are doing a recon of $3.5 trillion. Senators and House members have now put into law, and that the committees will be given $10 for this and $20 of the $3.5 trillion, so they have the agreed upon price tag. So what is recon substantive? Now that a committee is given $10, how does the committee spend the money? Larry Pringle, whose name I just adore. I just love his name. It's such a memorable, great name. On Noontime LA today was absolutely incredible. He was great yesterday as well. He was in the live chat. He said, listen, everyone, we're in the recon substantive now. The committees have the money. It's now time to push to make sure they spend the money the right way. Boy, I couldn't say any better than that. Great job, Larry. And yes, he's absolutely correct. How do we get to this wonderful spot? From Jalapal, who recently wrote Schumer a letter saying, check all the vote on the recon. The letter was signed by 12 House Democrats, part of 100-plus House Democrats, who recently wrote the president a letter saying we're putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus recon. Can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee recently wrote the president a letter saying we're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus recon. OMG. Purple Power, you got to push because those Democrats promised that and they better darn deliver. We saw a lot of Democrats making those promises in the start of this video. Let's go over what they promised. We had AOC and Omar, $2,000 a month, but not saying how many months. We had Warren, Sanders, and Wyden saying monthly, but not saying how many months and how much. We had House Ways and Means saying monthly, but not saying how many months or the amount, and also a fifth. And then we have the House bill, which is very, very clear. That's pandemic plus 1 year, which starts with at least $2,000 a month and then $1,000 thereafter. And there you go. More about these incredible details coming up later.